Hey everybody, Crypto STRANG here. Just going to go over the latest news in the altcoin world. Probably the biggest news in the last week is the KuCoin hack. I've used KuCoin exchange for a long time now, never had any issues. Very sad to see that so much has been sort of stolen, up to $150 million. It states here, after a major hack at KuCoin cryptocurrency exchange, cyber criminals continue to move stolen crypto to decentralized exchanges. So basically what they've done, they've got hold of all these tokens, etc., and they're moving it between exchanges. And someone stated here at Wowler have been able to identify at least 3 Ethereum addresses containing dirty ETH coming from the KuCoin hack. I don't think they realise how visible their tracks are. So very sad to see. I know the KuCoin, KZS dropped on this news, the fact it's been hacked. But obviously KuCoin saw what's happening and they froze up a lot of further assets to save, even worse than what it was. It was terrible situation for a major exchange like KuCoin. Very disappointing. It's just really bad to hear, but I say they've recovered. They're moving on, so they're now tracing these transactions. Obviously, they have to improve security. This is always the biggest concern when using exchange. I've always stated that. You've got your alternatives like your Tracer, your Ledger Nano, or your hard wallets like Cardano's DAO wallet, for instance. Most cryptos have their own wallet you can download on your computer. Then you've got it with your recovery phrase and your passwords. It's on your computer. It's totally secure. Exchanges, as I do use them. If you do, make sure you've got a very strong password. Obviously, use your 2FA. But they keep, obviously, the altcoins on cold wallets themselves. You can't access KuCoins on their actual exchange, but you just got to be prepared. You don't want your account being hacked, then you have to go through trying to get it back. So it is important not to hold a lot on exchanges. I've always stated that. It's up to you, but there is other options out there. Again, if you want any help getting started with Ledger Nano, Tracer, or even the DAO wallet, other wallets I've got as well, just let me know and help anywhere I can. Seen some screenshots, the basics, getting started. Again, it's entirely up to you, but I've used exchange for a long time. If you do, just keep it as safe as you possibly can. Strong password, 2FA. Okay? So, yeah, that was the biggest news in the last week. We've had it before with many exchanges. Fortunately, it's the way of the world, unfortunately. Good to see on Crypto News, Chainlink rallies as new partnerships announced. DeFi market soars. See, Chainlink obviously nearly touched $20 and it went down to over $7. So it's had quite a big drop, and you can see it on the charts, the drop it had. But it announced some partnerships. Now, I've mentioned Travala many times. Wonderful site. And Chainlink, you now can use your Chainlink to use on Travala.com. I've mentioned it many times. Travala is a wonderful site. It's been around quite a while. You can book 2.2 million hotels. You've also signed up with Booking.com, so you can book flights now just using your crypto. General mainstream adoption. Love Travala. Fantastic. So link below if you want to join it. Entirely up to you. Be able to travel soon, hopefully. States there also, we was talking about non-fungible tokens on my last video. Anyway, meanwhile, states there, Chainlink announced yesterday that a non-fungible token NFT project known as Avatoshi GHST will make full use of the Oracle platform verifiable random function VRF as it moves ahead in the recently popular sector. Now, I've done a video earlier. I say NFT, I think it's great once it's got some genuine use case. At the moment, it's tended to more buying obscure art and stuff on, I was talking about crypto kitties earlier, for instance. Watched the video, done it earlier, just goes through. But I think NFT has got huge potential, especially for everyday usage. Chainlink, always more partnerships all the time, but great, it's on Travala. CoinMarket, biggest gains and losers over the last 7 days. Most of them haven't heard of, like I always say that, but there's a few. Nice to see KuCoin, another huge pump. That was only less than 0.002. About 6 weeks ago. It's now over 8 cents. That is my Eureka Club. It's a passive earning site that I've been on for ages. It used to be My Passive Trades. It's now my Eureka Club. So on daily ERK tokens. If you want to join, links below. Passive earning. They do all the trading for you. You basically buy a pack and it returns a certain percentage of profit. So it's basically just free ERK. But it's great to see it rising up in price like that. Because it's had 2 weeks of such rapid growth, I personally would be surprised if we had a bit of a pullback, but who knows. Another one, Ink Protocol. I'm going to look into that more, so I think I want to do a dedicated video. They've got some excellent partnerships I see on various social media sites. So again, Ink Protocol looks good. And many others are very, very obscure. Euclid coins obviously not. That's great. That's 119% growth, $7.59 now. You can see here on the volume. but many of these projects are just basically obscure pump and dump. So, but if you say the biggest losers, again, there's nothing really on there, to be honest. I know I say it's most weeks, but most of these are purely pump and dump. So, Bitpanda there, this one has been around a long while. So a big drop this week. Anyway, so moving on, Crypto Slate, founder of China's NANO, says DeFi just getting started, launches Flamingo. And this is really interesting because I used to be a big fan of NEO. Don't hold it anymore. I know they've got NEO 3.0, but it's other projects I prefer. Still a great project. But, you know, when you get a guy like this, he's getting involved with it, and he says yield farming. He said in a recent podcast that other chains are soon coming with their own DeFi iterations to capture more of the market, minus the slow transaction and high gas fees. For the initiated yield farming is a subset of DeFi that sees users lock up their capital on crypto protocols, be lent out to other users as interest, and receiving part of the interest based liquidity they lend out. So I think it's really good. I think Flamingo, again, total value locked to participate in Flamingo is to pass $1.6 billion. So FLM, certainly one. Let's have a quick look at that. Let's see where we are with FLM. But the fact that the founder of China is involved with it, here you go, look, it's not even on CoinMarketCap yet, it's an untracked listing, probably on CoinGecko. Again, it's one I'm going to look into. With the launch, NEO joined the likes of crypto exchange BINANCE, whose Binance Smart Chain blockchain also saw projects like Bakery Swap and Pancake Swap entice yield farmers with high analyzed yields. Very speculative market, very high risk. But this Flamingo, getting away from this yield farming side of it, it could be an excellent project in the making. And it states there, FLM is now open to trade on OKX. So again, if it gets more exchanges, increase the chance of it growing in projects, and the fact there's such a big team behind it, I think it's got huge potential. So that's certainly one to keep on your radar. Just going on Crypto Slate again, quite a bit of news here. It states there also about the hack is the main news, and it's again got about, there's also Lend, the DeFi dying up 5,000% in 2020. AVE, absolutely unbelievable, 5,000%. You know, you can get AVE Lend on many exchanges, but the fact it's gone up that much is just absolutely incredible. In fact, great to see. But so again, it's got there about how Chainlink's newest partnership will combat a global $19 billion fraud, more Chainlink news. So I think Crypto Slate is certainly one of the best news sites out there. This is probably my favourite, the Blockfolio. States that EU announces plans to regulate crypto. Luckily here in the UK we're coming out of the EU. I'm not having to debate about that, but I'm glad. But anyway, so they're going to regulate crypto. I'm sure it'll happen in the UK as well. Stablecoins hit big milestone with $20 billion total value. Gemini's added 15 new DeFi tokens. A Bitcoin ETF launched in Bermuda. Moving on, it's like Ethereum enterprise adoption gets boosted from essential support. IOTA announces completion of first phase IOTA 1.5. IOTA used to be a wonderful project. There was news that they're running out of money. Seemed to be a very stalling project, but it's still developing. So we'll see how that develops. Solana, Ethereum-based DEX, Solfair launched with ledger support, and Origin launches OUSD, first stablecoin that earns a yield in wallet. So just scrolling through the news about IOTA, I say I used to be pretty hyped on IOTA. I remember back at the last bull run, it went like $4 if I remember, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was a massive pullback since then. Many people still believe in this project. I'd like to think they'll still be out, and the next bull run will still do very well, and they'll keep developing. They seem to with this summary. You can read there the different stuff in their plans and moving forward. So again, IOTA, another one. Now this was good news. Filecoin, don't hold any Filecoin. Read up from now for a few months, and it's confirmed the long-awaited mainnet launches next month. So again, not financial advice, but when we normally get a mainnet just about to launch, the price will go up a lot just before the mainnet launch. So it states there 3 years after its $205 million ICO, Filecoin has said its live network is about to launch. So yep, it's taken a long while, but it looks a really interesting project. So that's another one that I'm going to keep my eyes on. But I say not a huge amount of news this week. Basically, it's all been geared around the KuCoin hack. Every news site and every look is just about KuCoin, how they've done it, how KuCoin could have protected themselves better, and just really what's happened. So that has been the main news, and I say it's very, very sad news to hear. But anyway, moving forward, anyone want any help with crypto, always say email me info@cryptostrang.com. Here, help any way I can. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.